Oh, shoot. What's going on? What's going on? Yo, family, what's going on? Man, I just made a video. I wasn't even trying to go live, y'all. This was a real accident. What's going on? What's going on, fam? Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all. How y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on? I ain't even trying to go live, man. I'm not trying to go live right now, y'all. What's going on? What's going on, fam? Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all. What's going on? Shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. Y'all, my apologies, y'all. I don't know how I clicked on this, y'all. I was not supposed to go live. I swear I wasn't. But I'm here, y'all. I'm here. What's going on? I'm going to talk to y'all about something tonight. We talking sovereignty. We talking cases. We not talking credit tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We can't talk credit. For anybody who want to talk credit, look, we can't talk about credit tonight. We talking sovereignty. We talking sovereignty because this is very important tonight. So for a lot of my credit students, I'll see y'all another night when I'm talking about credit, and we digging deep on credit. But this has a lot to do with my sovereign students. Islam, family, anybody who's sovereign, anybody who represent being a free man or woman, anybody who want to understand what is exactly going on. And I want to explain it to the best of my ability. Give me a couple more seconds, y'all. How y'all doing, family? Peace and love to everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this evening? Can we found no credit, no credit, no credit, no credit. Only sovereignty, y'all. That's all we talking about tonight. I'm finna get to it. I'm finna talk about it in 30 seconds, y'all. 30 seconds. I just want a few more y'all to get in, and after a few of y'all get in, just so I can spread this message. Well, look, what's going on? What's going on? Well, up. What's going on, fam? What's going on? Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. What's going on? So, I want to say this. I really want to say this, right? Let me start by saying this. And I made a whole video for it, y'all. I made a whole video. I just went 40 minutes on a video for y'all. But I really wanna explain how this stuff work, y'all. So look, I'm gonna show y'all how this work. All right, so I see a lot of people for many years, right? They'll go to court, they exercise their constitutional rights. They'll try to stand on business, right? And most of the time, you got a lot of sovereigns. They get shot down, right? Go to court. Oh, Yana, I challenge jurisdiction. Get shot down. Oh, Yana, we this, we that represent the trust, whatever the case might be, right? And most of the time, the cases and what they going at is frivolous, right? A lot of that stuff be frivolous. A lot of filings that they make it be frivolous due to the fact that they don't comprehend jurisdiction. They don't comprehend how to properly file a motion. They don't comprehend how to properly address the court on certain issues, right? And so I wanted to fast forward this, right? Because I like it when I interact with you guys just to explain my position on it and correct me if I'm wrong in any of these subjects. And so let me explain to y'all how it worked. It used to be a time where this system was ran by the Constitution, the principles of the Constitution, the patterns of the Constitution, and the tradition of the Constitution, right? And so when you really understand the system, this is a legal system, right? But remember, the system can be broken. But the thing about it is, the reason why most people don't get remedy is due to the fact of a few things. It's the lack of knowledge. And by them not understanding how to properly go about certain things, they easily turn to prey. Whether you get an attorney, whether you represent yourself, whatever the case might be, most people get the bad end of the stick, especially if you get an attorney, because remember, every attorney has something called a code of conduct. So whatever they do in the case, they have to follow the procedures. So the standard procedure in court is bond hearing, preliminary hearing to arraignment, arraignment to discovery, discovery to pretrial motions, pretrial motion to trial, right? And so when people go through these procedures, most of the time attorneys might give you a flat out fee, right? I'm gonna give you a scenario. Say if you're a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, you already paying out of pocket $5,000, right? And I'm gonna say, matter of fact, $7,500. You paying out of pocket $7,500. That's for the pretrial motions, which would be like suppressing motions and everything like that. But let's just say you don't get it granted, right? Then the prosecution will charge you more because you got to do something like you got to pay more for trial. So he might want, let's just say he want 10 for you, 75 for you to go to court. Now he want another 10,000 for you to go to trial. They go to trial, let's just say you get cracked, right? You out of pocket 17,000 with this attorney. Now the attorney say, hey, we can get you back on the appeal. We need 20. You come back on the appeal, 20,000. Now, you still incarcerated, right? You still incarcerated. You still locked up. You still not understanding what's going on. You still in that position, right? And so my whole thing, I've been doing a lot of research. So I've been going all this time, but I've been studying every day, and I'm looking, and I'm studying non-people, right? I'm looking at, I'm searching through AI, artificial intelligence, because this is exactly what the system is. So I'm doing AI search. I'm searching AI, and what AI does, it translate any reference to what I'm trying to search. And so I was searching through AI, and it was telling me a lot of stuff about procedures, right? And so I was looking at and I was looking at all ways and all methods of how a prosecutor can dismiss a case against a defendant. And I say, so I started putting keywords in through AI. So AI tell me exactly what records they found. So I put prosecution dismiss case because defense or defendant exhaust all legal remedies. And so when you search it up, matter of fact, I got it on my what's called. Look. So you can easily do an AI search. Please say my internet works. So if it works, I can search it up. I'm gonna search it up for y'all right now, right? So here you go, right here. So I'm about to search it up for y'all right now. I'm about to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Just so y'all won't think I'm crazy. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me go right here real quick. And it helps me because I was like, really? Like I just want to get you guys to understand what I'm getting at. Please, load, please. All right, look. I had to connect it to my phone. Let me see. Dang. Man, I gotta go inside the house if I want to connect it. So, matter of fact, did I screenshot it at least? No, I don't think get it. All right, so I searched it up in my phone. I was like, prosecution dismissed case because of exhausting all remedies. And they say yes, prosecution might dismiss case for exhausting all remedies due to the fact that prosecution have a thick caseload and is unable to effectively go after your case, right? And then I searched up something to say prosecution dismissed case because of defendant taking all of the court money and resources. So they say, yes, the prosecution can dismiss a case because of in the interest of judicial economy. In the interest of judicial economy is when the prosecution and the court both feel as though defense is causing the court too much time and money and they don't want to go after the case anymore. Then I search up other things through AI, and I was saying prosecution dismiss case because of this, right? And they say, yes, prosecution can dismiss case because in the interest of judicial in the interest of justice. Prosecution can dismiss a case in the interest of justice. This is when case can be procedurally correct, but it's not in the interest of the judicial system, right? Whatever the case might be, right? And so I looked up cases like prosecution dismiss case because the defendant was pro se, and they say yes, sometimes prosecution might dismiss a case against the pro se defendant due to the fact that it might be some sort of unfair biasness against the pro se defendant in the case. So technically, in their opinion, prosecution does feel like when they go to trial with a pro se defendant, not because of their information is strong or our information is weak, they always feel as though an effective person who is pro se is able enough to represent themselves. And so people are like, what the hell you getting at? Like, what the hell you getting at? So look, let me explain. I learned something called exhausting all remedies. This is when what you do is you exhaust the court out of time and resources. And what I mean by that is each prosecutor, right? Let's just say if the court got 30 prosecutors, and each prosecutor got a caseload of 250 to 400 defendants. Each caseload have to be resolved within each quarter, right? Let's say each quarter is 4 months, 5 months, whatever the case might be. Really, I want to say that I'll say 2 to 3 months, right? Each case got to get resolved within 2 to 3 months. Yeah. Now, out of these 400 cases, 100 might walk, 200 might get convicted, another 100 might get supervision or probation. And so what I noticed was the prosecution has the discretion on whether or not they want to pursue a case. But the thing about the prosecution, it has to make sense. Each day, right, because I don't know every state different. Each day in the Cook County, right, jail, which will be in Illinois, they get $360 a day off each inmate. If you was to times that by 100, that's 36,000. If you was to times that by 200, that's 72,000. And if you go another 300, that's over 100 or some thousand. And if you go to 365, you're damn near touching, no, not 100 some thousand. Yeah, 100 some thousand plus that. You're damn near touching, let's just say roughly 150,000, right? Let's just say you're around 150,000 or so. So each inmate, the state making 6 figures off them. And remind you, it's over 10,000 inmates in the Cook County. So they got it booming. Every single day they got it booming. So you could count that every single day, right? Now, each person they got on house arrest can be possibly $100, right? $100 each inmate, and the state making so much money, right? It is the constant revenue of how much they make off each inmate. And so I summed it up to understand that all these prosecutors are nothing but attorneys. But each case to them is like, it's almost like you signing contracts. Now, the prosecution don't want to pursue nothing they're not making money off of. So, who the fuck? So the prosecution don't want to go after anybody that they feel as though they're not making money off of. So in my case, I'm exhausting all remedies. And what do that mean to exhaust all remedies? That means you exhausting all legal remedies and all arguments and all challenges to the court. And when you exhaust all remedies, all arguments to the court, instantly, what you do is you create a space for the prosecutor, and you make the caseload tighter, harder, right? Caseload become harder, and people might say, "Oh, well, this is their job." No, hear me out. Their job is to go through standard procedures. Standard procedures will be in the way of the court. What I just explained earlier. Bond hearing, preliminary hearing, arraignment, discovery, pretrial hearing, pretrial motions, and trial. They're not used to a hearing for challenging jurisdiction, a hearing for a judicial finding, a hearing for procedural errors, a hearing for challenge of jurisdiction on this basis, a hearing for challenge of jurisdiction on this basis, because you got different categories of challenge of jurisdiction. You got subject matter jurisdiction, you got procedural jurisdiction, you got territorial jurisdiction, you got personam jurisdiction, you got personal jurisdiction, you have like subject matter. You have subject matter jurisdiction. So you have many different elements of jurisdiction. And so when you create a context and you making the prosecutor work, right? Now, what you're doing is you are tightening up their caseload and you making them work. And remind you, they're not making nothing off your case because you are not a defendant, neither are you in custody. No, I mean, you're not in custody, my apologies. You are not in custody. So by you not being in custody, the state looking at it, what do we benefit off of going after this case? We are wasting too much time, energy, and effort, because anytime the defense propose a challenge, whether judicial finding, a challenge to the subject matter jurisdiction, guess who has to respond to it? The prosecutor. Guess who time you are wasting? The prosecutor. Guess who is angered by the amount of challenges that you are proposing to the court? The prosecutor. Guess who are angry at the fact that you are pro se and you're not coming out of pocket for this? The prosecutor. Because in most of the cases, every defendant has to pay an attorney. Every time that the attorney lose a motion, the attorney also charged the defendant additional money if you want to take any challenges to the appellate court. Let's just say your motion to suppress evidence was denied in state court. Now you have to pay your attorney additional money if you ever want them to file it in appellate court. And if you want them to file in appellate court, that's way more money, because now the lawyer has to file a new motion and follow the rules of the procedure over there in the appellate court. So when you pro se, these are the things you don't have to worry about. If you properly know how to file a motion, if you properly know how to address a motion in the appellate court, if you properly know how to address the motion in the state Supreme Court, if you properly know how to challenge the motion in any courtroom, now you put yourself in a position where you know what you're doing. And so it costing a lot of people money, so much money, and they burning thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on attorneys and legal fees. But remember, the government, especially the federal government, let's speak on them. The government don't want your money. They want you. They want your time. But the thing about it is, most people don't know how to go after the government as well. You don't go after the government with money they printed. Picture going after me this. I'm suing the government. How much money do you want? 52 million. They start the printing. Let's see, 52 million. Every dollar keep coming out. Really? Really? You want money? I want their time. Because when you exhaust all remedies, you cause the prosecution in that case to use all their time. And one thing about the prosecution, time is everything. Time is everything. One thing about time, you can't get that back. And when you overly exhaust all remedies as a defendant, you put the prosecutor in a space where now they got to consider dropping so many cases because your caseload is heavier. Then they eventually give up on your case due to the fact that under these circumstances, you are causing the state and the government too much time and money and resources. Because remember, I always told you guys, criminal charges are criminal lawsuits. They are suing you, but they want the body. They don't want your money, they want the body. Then they take your money through restitution. So when you understand this is a game, most people who represent themselves got to understand it's bigger than you representing yourself. You challenging the government. You are draining and abstracting money from the government. And you taking time away from the prosecutors. You taking so much time and resources and effort from the court to a point where a case is being dragged out because the defense is dragging out dragging out this entire case and exhausting all remedies. In my case, the prosecution was so fed up that he smiled at the judge. He said, "Man, I just want to resolve this case." And They wanted to give up on it. But I didn't go to court the last time because he didn't respond to me. My prosecutor in my case always responded to me. He always did. He just stopped. They didn't want to pursue the case no more. Why? In the interest of judicial economy. Everybody's time was wasted. Everybody, they was tired. The judge tired. Judge begged me, Mr. Williams, like, do you want to ever go to trial? No. Set the motion for this date. Because guess what? We got due process. By me having due process, I don't give a damn if I filed 2,000 motions. You better come to every court date. I don't give a damn if I filed 5,000 motions. You better come to every court date. And when I came on a Zoom call, I asked the prosecutor, the judge was like, okay, Taquan, when do you want to, they asked me now, Taquan, when do you want to come back to do the motion? I said, we can do the motion in the morning. Prosecutor said, I won't have no time for the morning. He tired already. I'm like, you tired? What the fuck you tired for? Come on, keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, you just got to understand how it works. You got to understand how it works. You got to know how to exhaust all remedies. But you have to be intelligent. You can't be an idiot when you go to court. Because that's how they're going to treat you, like an idiot. Why do you think they talk to me polite? Why do you think they respect me? Why do you think they uphold me? But when you exhaust all remedies, it's not worth going through the convictions no more to the prosecutor. And like, we're losing way too much money. This guy don't even have an attorney. Like, you don't even know which route he's going. Because by him not having an attorney, when we at the courtroom, I can't say, hey, what your buddy want to do? It's really like, hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. Today we doing this. Because now it gets to a point like, I don't even want to go after this case. And that's how the prosecution treated. They don't want to go after the case. They don't want to attack this case no more. They tired. I see their face. They tired. That man wasn't even prepared. He didn't even bring the assistant state's attorney like he always do. They tired because when you exhaust all remedies, you ain't got to worry about this, y'all. You ain't got to worry about the fear of going to prison. You ain't even got to worry about anything else because now the court is losing too much time and resources. They want to get through the caseload, but he always got to worry about my case. And they don't never have to go to trial. When you exhaust all remedies, everything being exhausted. Everything. I have unlimited challenges. Unlimited. When I say unlimited, it was one motion to suppress. Then we say motion to challenge the gun because of the Second Amendment. Then you say I want to challenge the what's that thing called again? I forgot the name of it. The motion to suppress statement. Anything I even say, I want to just get that out the way. Or even if I say I want to go back, let's challenge jurisdiction. Hey, I want to go back to this motion. I want to go back to that. Because now, with all legal challenges, it exhausts the prosecution of all their obligations. Now they tired. Now they stressed out. Now some people do argue. Now, what if they go through with it? Why would they go through it? They losing money. They losing time. And matter of fact, if you was to ask me, the time mean more than the money. Because they won't be losing their money, they lose the government money. But they are losing their time because they have to properly respond to each motion. And they're not responding to procedural motions like the motion to suppress. Motion to suppress is a standard motion. But motion to challenge the statute or the charge is different because now you arguing something outside of what they used to. And so, I wouldn't even put it as an argument. You are exercising all your legal abilities. Because we don't argue. We just explain our position. If you want to challenge due process, you can. If you want to challenge to get the case dismissed, you can. If you want to challenge to suppress motions, you can. If you want to challenge to do, you can challenge anything. Anything. They tired though. In my case, they tired. They don't want to do it no more. I told you they're gonna be tired. They're gonna get really tired of constantly going after me. They're gonna be tired of just going after this whole process, because now it's like we not getting nowhere. This guy have all the time in the world. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't work. I don't have a job. So you're not taking me away from my job. I go in the morning, so you're not really taking away from my kids. You're not doing anything. Nothing really changed. Everything changed on his end. I have all the time in the world. I can set my own court dates. I go to court whenever I want to. I can exercise whatever rights I want to exercise. I can exhaust all remedies, and I can effectively do it. I'm not paying for attorney fees or anything. An attorney, listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. It's not about your money. It's about your knowledge. The more money you have, the more stupid a person is, the more money they'll need. When it comes to legal situations, I'm glad I know how to exhaust all remedies, because this is one of the most important things that's in a person's life right now, where some people, even their money not good enough to get them home. Even their money not good enough. There's people right now in federal prison awaiting trial, or federal custody awaiting trial, and they fighting a pistol case. And they asking the judge for a bond, and they putting up $1.2 million homes and $3 million homes and a percentage of their record company. Like, damn, like, for a gun. But when you're dealing with slaves, the prosecution have a field day with slaves. They just decide what should we do? Oh, well, let's offer him 10,000. Let's offer him 10 years. I don't care how much money you put up. And you want to tell you something crazy? The prosecutors who even initiating these cases, not even probably getting paid over $100,000 a year. You let a person who making $70,000, $80,000 trick you out of paying millions of dollars because you don't understand how the court system works. You paying millions in legal fees, millions in appeals, millions because you don't understand. It's people who got millions of dollars on house arrest. I ain't got no millions of dollars. I'm not on house arrest. I got no bond conditions. I have none of that. I just had this in my mouth and my mind. That's it. That's all the judge needed. Mouth and mind. He just see you talking. Communication. Effective communication. Your attorney don't work for you, family. Your attorney work for the court. I work for me. I am on my team. My attorney is on the state team, because the attorney have to adhere to the code and the rules of the court. The attorney can exhaust all remedies. The attorney can try their best their best ability to try to release you or get you free based off the legal constraints that they are stuck upon. But when it comes to me, it's all free game. That's why I'm happy I'm not an attorney. I can challenge anything I want. I could bring up any legal arguments I want. I could drain the government for all this time, all this money, all this resources. And I could do it. I could keep doing it. Because they'd be stressed. My attorney is stressed. He's stressed. He cannot believe it. He's irritated. Like, man, if this guy, even if he asks for time considered served, I'll give it to him. I just want him off. No. We are going to take our time, because I got all the time in the world. I got all the time in the world. All the time in the world I have. So every legal challenge that I put up, every argument he has to respond to. And when I go back to court, I guarantee you they're going to say dismissed. I guarantee you they're going to say dismissed. What AI website do you use? It wasn't an AI, so it's a Google AI. So when you go through Google AI, you got to search. I'll be saying certain, matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to screenshot the keywords that I search up, and you guys can find out. Because when I start looking up certain things, listen, I'm going to tell you what I learned, right? The way I learned how to beat every case, the way I learned how to beat non-injury case, not murder. Murder, they'll go after longer. For murder, yeah, because it's victims involved. They just say if it's a drug case, a case that involved no injured party, right? I found out how to exhaust all legal remedies because this forced the prosecution hand of its time and resources to go after this case. That's it. And so I was like, so for people who catching felony cases, so you mean to tell me if they effectively represented themselves, they can exhaust all remedies to try to get a case dismissed in their favor? Because I'm like, why the constitutional stuff didn't work no more? Because usually when you put up bullshit arguments like that, it's like most people don't even argue with a legal basis. So when they argue, it's not in the books. So if it's not in the books, they don't have to adhere to it. So I only argue within the books, but I argue outside of the code of conduct because just because it's in the books don't mean an attorney can use it during trial. Just like challenging jurisdiction. You name me one attorney in any criminal case that challenged subject matter jurisdiction. You name me one attorney in history that ever challenged territorial jurisdiction. You name me one attorney in history who ever challenged personam jurisdiction. You name me one attorney in history that ever challenged procedural jurisdiction. You name me one attorney that challenged any of those. You would never find an attorney that challenge that. You would never see it. And if you do see it, text me right now and I'll give you $50. Text me one attorney that you know in a criminal, not civil, because civil, you can do that. But criminal, you have never seen any defense attorney in any criminal case who challenged the court on the basis of jurisdiction. Maybe, almost maybe, territorial, sometimes. But never subject matter and never personal. You would never see it. The key word you said statutory jurisdiction. No, statutory a little different because it's not in the books. You still could bring the argument, but you just gotta make sense of it. Yeah, like people been past that. That trust stuff, over with, garbage. Anybody who uses that trust, garbage. Not in the books. They're not going to adhere to it. They're gonna go to proceeding. They're gonna go proceeding. Don't believe me? Go to court and do it. You argue anything with the trust, you're gonna kill your whole everything. You're gonna kill your momentum. And the way you know, I'm gonna tell y'all how y'all know y'all not representing yourself properly. When a judge ignore you. When the judge ignore your emotions, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. When the judge not effectively talking to you, you're not doing nothing. When the prosecution don't talk to you, then you're good. The prosecution responds to you, you're really good. The prosecution responds to me in emotion. So they made many motions to stop it. So you're good. But when it comes to people who come to court, challenge the truck, they ain't got to hear it. They're going to say, okay, next. Next. And you're going to say, oh, well, I beat the case. You get a warrant, you go to jail. Okay. I had one of my peoples, he did it. He in jail right now. I'm not going to say his name until he say I can say his name. He's in prison right now. He's not my student when it comes to sovereignty. He's my student. No, I'm his student when it comes to credit. I want to say it. When it comes to sovereignty, I never really taught him sovereignty all the way. He went under someone by the name of General Hellraiser and followed his instructions, and now he in jail. The judge just gave him 3.5 years for driving under the influence. So 3.5 years for a DUI, 42 months. So they almost gave him 4 years, y'all. They gave him they gave him all that time. So, yep, he tried to do the same thing. He tried to challenge the trust. They ain't listen to that. They next. Next. I told him that, though. This is the thing I told him. If you don't know how to represent yourself effectively, you're going to get ignored. I've never been ignored in court. I never. Besides the first times I started doing it. I was sounding like everybody else. Now, I never get ignored. The judge said, oh, hey, Mr. Williams, okay, so you challenging this today. Okay. Mr. Williams, do you think we ever go to trial, Your Honor? Defense proposed a new argument to the court. Defense hereby wishes to challenge this, that. And, oh, okay, we have to set a court date for that, Your Honor. Defense should be free. Give me a 90-day calendar day from today. We can set up everything, and we can make this happen. Okay, perfect. That's it. Prosecutor scratching their head. Oh my God. I'm waiting for his motion to come in. Motion never come in. 30 days before the trial, 30 days before the motion hearing, I send it to him. Then we get there, everything gets situated. Let's just say if the court don't approve it, okay, we be back. Your Honor, defense asking for a motion based upon this. Okay, it's legal. I got due process. That's what's saving me. So I can challenge anything I want. Anything I want. Yeah. Meeching. Oh, that's over with. Y'all listen. All that strong man stuff is gone. You're not getting answered. Listen what I'm saying. My method works because remember, I'm looking through the sources, y'all. I'm looking at credible sources. And this is not on any YouTube video. Exhausting our remedies is not on any YouTube video like that. You might can see it some places, but it's not common. Because what happened is, this is a legal system. You strip the government from its resources and time, and they dismiss the case. You arguing a straw man, you're going to get ignored. Everybody done it. Show me one case. Matter of fact, remember last time I offered $10,000 for anybody who could show me that they accessed the trust and got free money. Nobody showed me that. This time I'm going to offer $100 for anybody to show me documentation of a court order granting the UCC being used in the court to discharge a case, and send me the court granting that motion, and you should see the government or the judge stamp on that motion that you challenge using the UCC, and I'll send you $100 right now, and show me the case and show me the docket, and I can search it. Can't not one person show me that. Can't one person show me that. Not one person. Not one. Because remember, we live in a legal system. A legal system. So now, all of the stuff that we used to, like all the stuff that we might be used to wanting to argue in those ways, those are not effective arguments, y'all. I don't know why a lot of sovereigns was telling people, man, you want to challenge the UCC, you want to do, man, that stuff is trash. Trash. And the fact that people still teaching it is crazy because nobody never got off for doing that. Nobody never got off. And you want me to tell you something? I'm going to tell y'all something crazy. And you want me to tell you why the prosecution will look at that person like this is not a challenge? Because you can't even effectively represent yourself. They know you can't. They know you can't. And that's why they make a mockery out of us on YouTube. They make a mockery out of us on YouTube. UCC is effective in business and commerce, not in the courtroom. I wouldn't use it in the courtroom. I promise you I wouldn't use it in the courtroom. Because what they did was, when they gave us a statutory a guide, and they gave us all statutory codes, right? Now, I know a lot of people might look at it and say, dang, but they looking too surface. When you go inside the statutes, there's so many remedies inside the federal statutes and state statutes, you will be amazed. Challenging jurisdictions inside the state statutes. How do you think I get it? How did you think I found it? This stuff not coming out of my lips. Search up right now the acts of the acts of omission, or submitting, or one submitting himself to the jurisdiction of the court, and you can search it up in your state statute. I don't care what state you live in. You can live in Idaho. You can live in Nevada. You can live in California. You can live in New York City. You can live in California or Illinois. Any state you can find challenging jurisdiction. Now show me where you can find challenging jurisdiction on the basis of the UCC. You can't. You can't. People try, man. Look, it never worked. Never worked. And the reason why I said it never worked, it never did. And this the thing. When you're dealing with someone like me, I'm an unbiased, educated person. That means even if the information goes against my own liking, I still have to consider it. And not only would I have to consider it, if it's true, I have to be honest. It's not effective. If it was effective, why would I be arguing it? Well, it would be no reason for me to argue it. It would be no reason. And the reason why it would be no reason, because I'm into the truth. This is not my beliefs. This is not what I want. This is what it works. It's all about what works. It's not about what we believe in. Argue that you want to use the internet from the security, which is your application, to pay off the principal. That's not going to, listen, it's over with. You use that, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you. No, that's not effective. That's, that's not effective. You're using, that's not effective. That's not effective. That's not effective. I wouldn't dare touch that. Would you be willing to have a convo debate with another sovereign? The discussion could help people stop messing up with the case. The only way I could have a debate with a sovereign, if he was genuinely, if he won the case and he was a pro se and he was documented, I would. But I'm not gonna argue with nobody or debate with nobody who don't got no credentials. No, it'd be pointless. Like my cases, you can search on my cases, Taquan Bernard Williams versus the state of Florida, and you can see my whole case log. You can actually go to Orange County Clerk of Court, type in my name, Taquan Williams, Taquane, last name Williams, Williams, and you're gonna see felony charges, and you're gonna see the acquittal at the bottom. But I'm just saying, you can reference, you can find some sort of documentation. You can't find no documentation though. I need documentation because that's the only way I can validate a person. I can't validate you all what you say. In traffic cases, I would never debate nobody who beat traffic cases. That's not nothing. You need to be, if you don't beat felonies, I can't look at you seriously. You have to beat felonies. You have to beat felony cases for me to take you serious. Misdemeanors, traffic, no, that's worthless. I need to see, you need to be felony cases for me to be like, yeah, you for real. Because I need to know if you're serious, though. You got to understand, there's so many people that's been lying and playing games, and there's people that's genuinely dedicated to this, and they want to hear some truth. They don't want to hear nobody playing. Because I don't want to play. They don't want to play. All of us have to come to a common ground of being serious for one time in our life. Be serious. Genuine, serious people with real credentials that have real facts, no opinions, nothing. Only thing that can be proven. Yes, sir. He is correct. I just did this in Lake County. Yeah, what you did in Lake County? Tell me what you did in Lake County. Yeah, I got problems in Lake County over here in Florida. Facts. Hey, Taquan, you should join up with us tomorrow. Hey, family, what's going on? I got somewhere to be tomorrow, but you can feel free to text me anytime. Can you get that information removed from your legal file? Explain what information. I don't want it, like, if you're talking about public, I don't want to get it removed. I want it to stay there because I want people to always have a source. I want people to have a source. Are you familiar with GSA bonds? I'm familiar with it. It never worked. Very familiar with it. It never worked. Give me the court case. Look, the way you prove it to me is you bring up the argument and you show the case. And you send the documents and you show me the case being granted based upon the documents that was filed. And you show me the felony charge. And I shut up. I shut up. I don't say nothing else. I say nothing else. No. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Preston Davis, yeah, you can. So how can I make money without being a lawyer? Easily. You can help people with their cases. You can teach them how to represent themselves. If you got real credentials, if you really know what you're doing, people will pay you. I will pay you if you really was good. Why not? You want to get the case dismissed before you get a conviction. No, yeah, you get it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You don't got to go to trial if you don't want to. Are you a private attorney general? I'm just a private individual. How to get a passport as a sovereign. I got a video on how to become a non-citizen national. Can you file an injunction based upon your... I'm already talking to him. What a statute you would start with arguing a gun. The first thing I'll start with is challenging the Second Amendment based off the Rifle and Pistol Association. What's the name of that case called again? Bureau decision. Yeah, you challenge it based upon a Bureau decision. It depends on what state you're in too. That'll be one of the first cases that I start with, and then I go down and I go down the list. It's a lot. It's so many, y'all. It's so many. And actually, if y'all want me to create a step-by-step guide on representing yourself and going into the court like properly, I'll show you guys. Like, look, this is why I filed. But I'm gonna tell you guys something, right? I want you guys not to know how to represent yourself, but I want you guys to understand how to represent yourself, because I want you to interpret it well, the same way you would when you learn how to cook. When you learn how to cook, not only do you know how to cook, but you know how to cook so effective that you can make any dish you want and put a twist, a turn on it to your best, to benefit you well. And that's why I want you to understand. Real surrendering birth certificate and Social Security required. Yeah. How best to dismiss a challenge to no driver's license in Georgia after showing a foreign passport. I wouldn't even show up to court. That's how you beat it. I never showed up to court. Nothing happened. If something do happen, I'll be the first one to tell y'all nothing happened. All right, family, look, I got to go right now. I apologize, y'all. I accidentally went on live, but I'm going to drop some more videos, y'all, for y'all. A peace and love, everybody. I'm out. I got to go right now. Just, man, y'all got to watch this video. I'm about to drop it right now. I don't know why I accidentally went live, but, peace and love. I'm glad we was able to talk. Next time, I'm going to drop some more game. If you don't understand it right now, you'll understand it later. I'm out.